No clickbait. As you can see the videos on the screen, we'll play the story. Quick message. If you're dealing with someone with a crazy ex, or you're in the dating market or plan on going in the dating market, or you have a crazy mate yourself, I would urge you to stay until the end. I got some gems for you. No judgment. If you don't want to stay until the end, it's cool. The only thing I ask you to do is hit that like button before you leave. Just please hit the like button before you leave. Now let's get into this foolery. Straight foolery.
Kayla Hodges was a beautiful, bright and sweet young lady who was trying to enjoy her life and also work at the same time. Kayla worked with a bartending company as a bartender for. She was a hard worker and really loved by her colleagues. Kayla is also popular on the night scene. She enjoys herself with her friends, she parties, and does enjoy Florida nightlife. Kayla would cross paths with another young lady called Sakina Thompson, who is 28 years old. Sakina is a very popular nail technician in Long Island, New York. She is really known to be good at what she does. Sakina outside of work is also known to be a feisty person.
You know that I throw hands, right? You know that I throw hands, right? You know that I throw hands, right? You know that I throw hands, right?
She acts it on social media too.
I still got one bitch. I'm gonna smack the wig off. And then I'm gonna change.
She usually shows how tough she can be. Sakina was in a relationship with someone named Terry. It was a turbulent and very toxic relationship. They stay cussing at each other, going back at each other, but end up back together. She posts pictures.
Okay, pause. If you find yourself, and I've done back and forth, so it's always crazy, and don't nobody ever want to let go. But to get to a point, you can leave that behind because I was able to do it. But if somebody posts that type of stuff and you see them going back and forth like that, then you need to just remove yourself from the equation. Trust me. Some people pretend to be crazy, and some people are crazy. It's a thin line between the two, so you don't want to go testing those boundaries. But let's continue.
Pictures of them doing all sort of thing together, from sleeping next to each other to her receiving gifts from him on her birthday.
And let me tell you something else. Gifts mean nothing. A lot of times, the new age women, especially younger women, they'll buy the gifts and say that they boyfriend or their husband gave it to them. That's very common. So if you meet somebody and it looked like they were just showering their ex, it don't mean nothing. The dude might not have been the one to even buy the gifts. But let's continue.
This video, it reads, "How my boyfriend sleeps when he finally found his soulmate with the Gorilla Grip and heated indoor water park." Both women would end up crossing each other's path with the help of Terry. Days before this incident that happened on July 13th, Terry and Sakina had flown down to Miami to party. They did party, and during this time Terry engaged with Kayla, which Sakina found out about somehow. Out of anger and jealousy, Sakina, who had put a tracker in Terry's Range Rover, tracked his car, which was at Kayla's house. When she finally found her way to the apartment after Terry left, she did the unthinkable to Kayla. She stabbed her and cut her from ear to ear. Sakina was said to have linked up with Terry later in the day. Then they both flew back to New York the same day she committed that crime.
Okay, let's pause this 1 second. I have to talk to my ladies because in another video in the comment section, y'all was saying y'all do the same thing. Listen, I want you to realize if you do something like this, I always tell y'all to leave and remove yourself from the situation. Leave. Some of y'all like when I say it like that. Leave. But if you find yourself in this situation, please leave and disregard the other person. Because let me tell you, once you kill them, bro, it's over. And if you think for 1 second your man's just gonna be out here jacking off, being celibate for you, you got it twisted. He gonna be if you caught her if you caught him with her, you better know he gonna be getting it in with some other people as soon as you get locked up. So just think, it's better just to leave and let them have him if that's what he on and you really can't handle it. But let's continue.
Someone would call the police to report the crime after seeing Kayla's lifeless body. Her lifeless body was discovered in an apartment in Tamarack Village.
And now to a tragedy in Tamarack after a woman is found dead. 7's Samantha Sosa is there live with more on the investigation and what we know about the victim. Samantha.
Tavares, good afternoon. The Broward County Sheriff's Office's mobile command center is still here on the scene as investigators continue processing evidence here. And now the Sheriff's Office is officially calling this a murder investigation. Detectives continue going in and out of a second-floor unit Thursday afternoon at the Tamarack Village Apartments along Commercial Boulevard. Investigators processing bags of evidence, including some found outside on the sidewalk. This command center here more than 20 hours after a deadly discovery.
Our caller says that there's a gash on the patient's neck. It looks like someone slashed.
This harrowing 911 call went through around 3 in the afternoon Thursday. Broward deputies later finding a young woman dead. Family says she was just 23 years old. Friends identify her as Kayla Hodges, pictured here, a flight attendant and bartender for special events. Crime scene tape surrounded the area. 7 Skyforce hovered above the investigation where detectives say the victim died under suspicious circumstances. A man also seen being transported by ambulance. Family and friends of the woman who died quickly showing up, some embracing while others anxiously waited for answers. Deputies focusing part of their investigation on this white Range Rover parked nearby. Neighbors coming home to see the massive crime scene worried for their own safety.
You know, you don't know if it's someone that lives here, or if it's someone that the person knew that lives outside, but yes, definitely concerning.
BSO detectives are trying to figure out who killed this woman and why. Her family and friends identified her as Kayla Hodges. She was only 23 years old, and her death, as you would expect, has shocked her neighbors.
Oh, absolutely, yes. Absolutely. We've been here 10 years and nothing like this has ever happened.
Never really have any crime, anything like this that I've ever heard or seen before. I live in an adjacent community, and me personally, I'm concerned of whether or not it was domestic violence or something that's random. Obviously, it's random, something to be concerned about.
Hodgson's family and friends told us they were still processing the tragedy and could not talk to us, but there are plenty of comments on her Instagram page. There are no words to describe the shock. This is real. Kayla was such a sweet person. Damn, rest in peace. Would it be offensive if I asked how she died? Some guy cut or slashed her apartment. Too many toxic males out there. OMG. BSO has not confirmed the manner of death or the potential scenario here. Family members said she was found stabbed to death.
My respects to the family. Terrible tragedy. Whatever happened. It's a lost soul.
No matter what the circumstances were, that's undeniably true. Again, Broward Sheriff's Office detectives have not made any arrests yet in this case.
Police had no clue who could have done such a horrible thing to Kayla. They turned to the public and asked for assistance. Some weeks after the gruesome killing of Kayla, police were able to get a hold of Sakina and have her arrested for the murder of Kayla Hodges. Sakina Thompson, 28, was arrested in Springfield Gardens and is expected to be extradited to Broward County to face one charge of first-degree murder. During their investigation, BSO detectives determined Thompson played a part in the woman's murder and obtained a warrant for her arrest on July.
Hey, pause. Think, people. Before you do something crazy, think, because it's very difficult to get away with murder nowadays. It's just too much technology. I just want to say that she would have thought this thing through. She would have just let it go. But that's
July 25th. Thompson was taken into custody by New York Police Department officers on August 3rd. She was being held without bond on Rikers Island. She is expected to be extradited to Broward County to face one charge of first-degree murder.
This is a very important update for the community of Tamarack in the news of a brutal murder that happened right behind me in this apartment complex, the murder of Kayla Hodges. Now, she has been identified by friends and family as Kayla Hodges on social media. So here's a picture of her with new details released. 28-year-old Sakina Thompson, age 28, from Springfield, New York, was arrested by New York police officers. She's expected to be extradited to Broward County to face 1 count of first-degree murder. This young woman that was tragically taken away from friends and family on July the 13th, approximately around 3 p.m. Wednesday. This was a major crime scene that erupted after the Broward County Sheriff's Department responded to this apartment unit, and they pronounced Kayla deceased. Later, understanding that she was stabbed to death, the Broward Sheriff's Office says that Sakita Thompson demonstrated a deprived mind without regard for human life by stabbing with a sharp object.
Did y'all peep that mug shot? How she's smiling? Yeah, it's funny. It's funny right now, but let's continue. Very sad.
Intended to cause death to Kayla Hodges. There's many details. There's much more information to be learned on why Kayla was murdered in this quiet area of Tamarack that left lots of family and friends shocked and just absolutely.
According to a grand jury indictment, Sakina stabbed Kayla multiple times with a knife or other sharp instrument. She was extradited and is being held without bond at the North Broward Bureau Jail in Pompano Beach. While Sakina was in jail, she realized the glamour life is different from the jail life. She could not handle it anymore, so in an effort to get out of jail quick, she sent a letter to the judge in charge of her case. It reads, "To your honorable judge, Casey, I'm writing this letter to you in hopes of finding mercy from the court to allow me to give birth outside of jail while also fighting my case. Please have sympathy for me, being that I am a first-time mother and have no priors, never been in trouble before. I am terrified of going into labor while incarcerated because this facility is not properly suitable to accommodate a pregnant woman. I have been incarcerated since August 3, 2022 and due February 17, 2023. Spending my entire pregnancy locked up have been stressful. I have a stable place as well as family to vouch for me. I'm asking you for the opportunity to mother my newborn baby while I fight for my innocence. Please take everything that I have said into consideration while making a decision on whether I may be released on bond, pre-trial, monitor, etc. Thank you for your time and consideration on this matter. Sincerely, Sakina Thompson." Kayla got a...
All right, there we have it. Very sad story. Like the video if you have not liked the video. Condolences to this young lady's family. From the feedback, it seemed like she was a very sweet young lady. Definitely didn't deserve this. Definitely did not deserve this at all. I didn't see no back and forth or nothing like that. And the dude really put her in harm's way. She didn't deserve this, man. She probably could have been a good wife to somebody else, the right guy. No telling what the heck this guy was telling her. But condolences to our family. I know you all are sad because you all didn't even want to comment on the situation. So you all in my prayers. I pray everything gets better for you. I pray for healing day by day, step by step, time by time. And I pray that nothing else ever happens like this to your family or any of your loved ones. Condolences to anybody she's ever touched in a positive manner. Now let's get to it. All that good living she was doing is over. It's over. Just like this from a crazy decision that she really could have just really let go or walked away, one of the two. All right, and let me talk to the guys, my guys. If you know you got a crazy woman, you know if your woman crazy or not. I don't have to go into no details. You know if she's crazy. Don't be stepping out on her, bro. Because it's best you walk away from her because you're gonna put the other person in harm's way. And if you really care about her, you know how far she'll take it. So don't go doing nothing that's going to bring the crazy out of her. You don't know if she's gonna take it out on you. More likely, she ain't gonna take it out on you. Most of the time, it's the other woman. So just don't put nobody in your mess, man. Don't put nobody in your mess. And if you do, I have to give you the other side. If you do, then it's your job to defuse. I don't even think he was around to defuse anything. She put the track on his car. Crazy. But if you happen to be around, it's your job to defuse it. Now, back to the ladies. Or men. It could be for anybody. If another person is brought around by your person, explain to me why they're there. It's because you're a person. So why would you be mad at the other person? If your person didn't bring them around, then they wouldn't even be around. So always think about that too. When you decide if you decide you want to take your anger out on somebody, they're only around because your person brought them around. That's the only reason why you know them. So always consider that. Next, if you dating somebody and you know you're a cool, calm, collected person and you ain't into no drama, once you see something like this, regardless of what they tell you, walk away. Just get away from it. You deserve your peace. You deserve your peace. I'm telling you. So just get away from it. You can get somebody else. Trust me, especially if you look like this young lady, you won't have a problem with getting somebody else or what have you. I don't care how good it feels. People are crazy these days, and we don't know how far they'll take it. And you don't know the other person's side of the story, because more than likely the person that you're talking to, they ain't going to tell you the real, and then they definitely not going to tell you the other side of it on why the person may be acting the way that they're acting. So consider that, man. You deserve better. And if you're a sweet person like they say this young lady was, then it's a good chance that you will become a victim, because you'll assume that everybody's sweet like you. And you might be dealing with a devil like this girl was. Everything was funny when she was on that mug shot. Then she went to begging. Once it got real, she went to begging, but she was smiling on the mug shot. So you just never know what type of sick person you'll be dealing with. So it's best to find somebody that's matching your energy. Last thing I'll say is think before you act, please. Trust me, this was so unnecessary. If this young lady could get this day back, she would have done it totally differently. All that fine living she was doing them people nails and flying here and flying there, all that has been stripped away. She's suffering in that dungeon. So just think things through before you act. And also, before you go out over a man or a woman, just understand, when you locked up for 25, 30, 40, 50, however many years you're going to get, man, they going to be sleeping with some of everybody. By the time you get out, they might even be married to somebody else. So just think, it's best if you know they own that. Don't go after the other person. If you know they own that and they can't, and you can't handle that, leave them alone. Some people can handle it. Some people actually like drama and tension, and they like going back and forth, and they like turmoil. So if that's your thing, that's your thing. I ain't gonna judge you. But if you know you're not that type of person and you can't handle it, just walk away. Don't go targeting them, and don't go targeting the other person. They got a character issue, and it ain't nothing you gonna do to fix it. That's a them problem. They have to fix it themselves. On that note, that's what I have for you. Like the video if you have not liked the video. If you have some comments or some suggestions that can help somebody that may deter them from being in this type of situation, the young lady that was unalived or the person that did it, drop it down in the comment section. I would love to read it myself, and I'm pretty sure the people that's watch the video, they read comments, so it can really help them. Any suggestions, it doesn't matter if it comes from me or you. It's just about helping people. Also, if you have not liked the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're into this type of content. You can also share the video if you know people that'll benefit from it. I would greatly appreciate it. On that note, that's what I have for you. I greatly appreciate you watching this far. You have a blessed day. Peace.